Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Crosswords. Today is Saturday, March 9th. I don't always do the weekend crosswords, and I almost never do Sundays, so I won't be tomorrow, but I felt like doing the Saturday today. Despite struggling on the Thursday and the Friday, here I am throwing myself at the crossword on a harder difficulty. They often come in shoeboxes. Well, I would say shoes, but something else, apparently. Key. Don't know. Widespread rumors in a portmanteau. Oh no. Scuttlebutt? It's not a portmanteau, it just rhymes, okay? It doesn't fit either. It's handled at a bar. They could be talking about a bar where people go to drink. They could be talking about like a handlebar on a bike, or I don't know. Handled bar, right? Looks kind of, I don't know. All right. Post-crisis baseline. New normal. Like the second movement of Dvorak's New World Symphony. I don't know. Family nickname. Something like bro or sis, something like that. Mama or papa, maybe. It's not really a nickname. The ultimate form of free speech to Dennis Leary. I don't really know who that is. Voting? I don't think so. Maybe let's look at some stuff I have crosses for. Slight faults to a raider. They're like, knits. You would have a knit to pick. You would... I don't know. Probably ends with an S, though. Reluctant to join. Don't know. Words after God or man. Manpower, but I don't know what God power would be. God Tower? 8-time Mr. Olympia, Mr. Coleman. I don't know. A kerfuffle isn't a do. Thanks a lot in intentionally butchered French. Thanks a lot in actual French would be merci beaucoup. But how would you butcher it? Intentionally, like mercy something. I don't know. Blank belt. There's not such a thing as a sumo belt, is there? I don't think so. Ananda Mahidol became its king at the age of 9 while living in Switzerland. A country, presumably, that's 4 letters long. I don't know. Well, and there might be an S here, I guess. Still don't know. Come on, shoeboxes. Amps, aims... Oh, what about this one? Sign in front of some bars. Oh, here we go about bars again. Don't know. We think this starts with a C now. Ultimate form of free speech. Crying? I mean, if we thought it'd end with ing, which is plausible, but I guess there's no guarantee of that, would that help us with any crosses? Sign in front of some bars. Red tape, surely, is what they want here. Not sit still. Fidget. That's 6 letters. Died down. No. Tony Stark or Jack Sparrow feature. Well, they both have, like... I mean, the feature that they have in common is facial hair, but I don't know specifically, like... I can't call to mind, really. A goatee, maybe? Yeah, I think that's true. Trickster. Something door, maybe? Silences? Gags. Puffed up. I don't know. Pay for a crime, say. Do the time? So some other tape. Hot tape? Is that a thing? Hit tape? Mixtape? Serve time, not do the time. I still don't know what this is. Something key is critical, right? Or a key to something is what is needed for it. Oh, come on, can't you take a joke? It could be like just relax if fidget were wrong, but I don't think just relax is that great an answer. They're sometimes replaced by applesauce in vegan recipes. Eggs. Some records, informally, are EPs. The smog? No, puffed up is smug. Lighten up. Can't you take a joke? Key. Oslo. Why would Oslo be a key? I don't know. An isle is a key, though. An island. Spanish diminutive ito or ita. Handle at a bar, a stein. Biblical figure said to have died at the age of 905. I have no idea. Large doesn't make much sense here. VHS is a kind of tape. Enos? Maybe? Maybe Largo is a thing you can say about music. A sly dog is a trickster. I'll put Largo in. Sounds Italian, right? Meet. To meet someone is to see them, perhaps? MacGyvering is... People spell this differently. It's jury rigging, jerry rigging. I guess jury rigging is the one they fit because they want here because that's what fits. Concupiscent one. What? I don't know. Appliance giant founded in England in 1991. I don't really know appliance giants. I don't know who this is. Strikes out slangily. Don't know. I mean, it could be X's, right? And baseball, a strike is represented by an X. C would be wrong, but that's okay. But we would have this starting with X. No, this letter starting with X, which is not very easy. Gets less green, say. To become less jealous, to become more less environmentally friendly. To, like, be less nauseous? I don't know. Mathematical subgroup. You know, let's put an S here. Mathematical subgroup. A subset. The integers, the reals? The reals are a subgroup of the complex plane, but it seems a little bit too technical for the New York Times. Plus we'd have RL here. Mortgage deal is a refi. Stepping away from screens is a digital break? Maybe? I don't know. Well, they definitely don't want me to say poset here. Nobody knows about partially ordered sets. Possible response to did you find it? It can't be far? That fits, but I don't see why it would be correct. Campy retailer? Well, that'll be REI. Actor Fitch of This Is Us? No idea. Riley? Remington of 80s TV. Remington? Is somebody who was on MASH or something? When was MASH? I don't know. Well, let's put an S here, although, I don't know, could be wrong. Let's not. As yet, so far, to now, up to now. Parts of LEDs, diodes. Berkeley, familiarly, Cal, the school, UC Berkeley is known as Cal. Which, I don't know why it should be, really. Like, Cal from Cal State, it's one of, like, there's so many Cal State schools, but that's the one known as Cal. In working order, I don't know. Digital detox. Launchbox option is a PBJ. PBJ. Died down. Almost looks like abided or something. Ebbed. Dyson. They are an appliance giant. They make vacuum cleaners. It can't be a poset. Come on. Concupiscent one. Could it be Eros? Something streaked is stripy, and that gets us Mercy, the intentionally butchered French for merci. Merci, Bocop, Boucoup. I don't know what concupiscent means. Like, the most obvious related word seems to be like concubine, right? And like, those are both, associated with romance in a way. Could be Eros, the Roman god of love, Cupid, basically. Or which one was Roman and which one on a lot of them? It's easy to remember because the Roman ones are what the planets are named after, and the Greek ones are, different names for the same thing. Eros and Cupid are the same, but I don't remember which is Greek and which is Roman. Anyway, so, it could be that. So far, maybe? Could be too far, though. I guess I'll put in Eros, and it can't be. They just cannot be poset. The ultimate form of free speech. Candy. Well, this kind of has to be an I, right? Cliff is a sign in front of Cliff Bars. Cannady, Conady, Collody, Cloidy, Cupidity, Capity. Slight faults are minuses, but they're not minus. Portmanteau, widespread rumors. I have a lot more letters here now. Still don't know what this is, though. Niles, I guess. That's a name that uses those first 4 letters. Blank Peninsula, Horn of Africa. I don't know what that's called. It's called the Horn of Africa. The Origin of Wisdom. Doubt. René Descartes. In his famous, I think, therefore I am, he talked a lot about doubt, how just blindly accepting things was foolish and or could lead to false conclusions. And he said, well, what if you doubted everything, right? Doubt the evidence of your eyes, of whatever. Anything you experience could be a trick somehow played on you by the devil. But one thing you know for sure is that, okay, if you're doubting things, you're thinking, so you must exist. Something must be there to do the doubting. Follow. Ensue? Asparagus, essentially? They want me to say spear? I don't know about that. Maybe. Flattens in a way? I don't know. See ya. Ciao. Eject? I don't know. To boot? To oust? What's with this X? They are felt every April. Tax? Rates? One in line at an airport. A cab? A car? Those both wait to pick people up but cabs are the ones in a line. Tax biter. Tax bites. I'm not quite happy with that because I think tax rates makes the most sense. Beyonce's Dangerously in Love or John Lennon's Imagine? I don't know. The Adventures of Blank March? I don't know. April? That's a good name you could give a character, right? April March? Gem used in intaglio. Well, it's a gem that starts with O. It could be onyx or opal. Is onyx isn't really a gem, is it? I guess it must be because the shoot down is to Nyx. Branch of causality that comes from the Greek for the study of the end. Epistolary? Why do I think that could be correct? Eschatology? That's probably what it is, right? How do you spell that? Not even close. Angie March? Sia? Aggie March? Flattens, irons. Okay, good. Word with escape or escalator? I don't know. Escape velocity, escalator velocity. What did I have written here that seemed kind of plausible before I erased it and tried eschatology? It didn't make much sense. See ya, I guess it could be gotta run. I gotta run. Augie? Gets less green, ages. You become less inexperienced. Less new. Branch of causal. Meet. You meet an objective. A track and field meet. Not so far. As yet, till now. Escape. I don't know. There must be a P here at the end of this Bocoup thing. Rabbit. Wolf. Rabbit. I don't know. Actress Kirka of Mozart in the Jungle. No idea. Okay, are there any of these that I haven't looked at yet? I think it'll mostly be downs, but I'm just scanning everything right now. Underlying reason. Something use? This has to be an S. Slight, yeah, I don't know any of this stuff. Belt, yeah, I don't know this. Branch of causality, illogy? Oh, many defendants in court. We haven't seen this one yet. Could be sole. Like, there's a sole defendant. When only one person is accused of a crime. Maybe. Yeah. Dangerously in Love. I don't know this song at all. I'm like familiar with Imagine, but I don't know what's special about it. B-U-L? B-U-R? Asparagus. Well, what if it were a spear? No, this looks terrible. Cause? Ah, an underlying reason is a just cause, I guess? Root cause. To eject is to boot. Don't know this actress still. In working order. Something a bull? Something bug, like it's an earworm. Somali Peninsula? I don't think that's near the Horn of Africa. Like, I don't know. My geography in the world is pretty bad, and I don't know where Somali is. It's in Africa somewhere. Could it be near the southern peninsula? Then there could be a Somali peninsula. Let's put it in, I guess. Tax bites. Lola? In working order, usable, maybe? This doesn't look very good. Let's put soul in and see if that gives me any ideas. There's probably an O, right? Ology rather than illogy. Causality. Huh. Word with escape or escalator? I don't know. I don't want to spend too long on this one. I'm clearly not going to finish it. Color, maybe? Why would this be related to color? Alright, I'm going to give up here. Everything I have is right except for this. What? I thought Cliff Bar is like the are they like advertised as like health, not candy, but like, right? I don't know. Or no, I'm getting those confused with Heath bars. I don't really know the difference. A clef is in front of a musical bar. Comedy is free speech. Siam is a country. This can't be sumo belt, can it? Delic, Demic, Denic. An ammo belt. We can have like a something Demic, like as the end part of a portmanteau, I guess. They often come in shoeboxes. Pajamas. I don't think so. I think this looks like an E or an A. War? Ah, God of War, Man of War. I see. Ronnie, for example. I don't know. Widespread rumors. Fedemic, I guess. Or Fidemic. I don't know. Cafe-demic. They're widespread in the cafe. Benji? Obamas? I don't know. Is any of this right? Most of it is, but this stuff... Alright, so give me, like, this letter. Dioramas? Ah, those do come in shoeboxes. Ronnie? Oh, reluctant to join. Elements that are reluctant to join with others are inert. Infodemic? Widespread rumors? I don't know about that, but okay. Slight faults are dings, and Gran is a family nickname. So what's this tax? What, they are felt. Tax bites? Really? Is that a thing? Like you feel a tax bite? But what the hell is this? This can't be right, can it? It is. Bolo. What? Malls? Maybe they built an abbey at a mountain? No, then we have SS. Stem? Oh, right. Mont is French for mountain, not Mons. Mons is like Latin or something? Stems. Oh, these are albums. Solo album? Rabbit ears. Like the antenna on an old-timey television is called rabbit ears. Alright, is this Eros? It is. Is this really a poset? No. There's some other thing called the mathematical subgroup that I am not thinking of because I'm too engineer pilled. Toset. Loset. Coset. Goset. Coset? Is that a thing? I don't know what else it could be. And it fits with this Mercy Buck thing. I don't know what a coset is. Huh. I just know mathematics have lots of co things. Let's have this letter. That hasn't helped me very much. I'll take... Well, okay, we could put soul in, I guess, although... I don't... Is it soul? No, it's not. Let's have another letter, then. Defendants in court. They are sued? But you don't call the people who are being sued defendant. You call them plaintiff, right? This is wrong. Right? A defendant is in criminal court. A plaintiff is in civil court, and that's when you get sued. As yet as to date, of course. Mercy buckets. Thanks, buckets? I see. Okay. No luck so far, you might say. Escape clause. I don't know what an escalator clause is, but okay. Remington Steel? Is that a thing? Steel Remington? Strikes out slangily. I still don't know. Teleology. Yeah, sure. To meet is... I mean, if you meet with someone, you could sit with them, I guess. You hit a target if you meet it? Then we get hands, which is not very good. Alright, what's wrong here? Is it just this letter? It is. Cans? Bands? I don't understand. Fans? Strikes out fans? What? How does that mean that? I don't know. This is a mystery to me. Tough crossword today. First full month of spring. Oh God, I don't know. April? March? Targets for internet bloggers are ads. Okay, big cost for a working parent. Daycare. Affectionate toward. Something to? Sweet to? That's lead. PB. Washington NBA team. Not sure. Company that created ChatGPT. OpenAI. Walk like a duck is to waddle. Iceland. Lateral career move. Band assistant is a... Uh-oh. Sweet on. I see. Roadie. Conclusions are ends. You wow someone. The Wizards. Washington Wizards. Okay, my very brief... I should just start skipping it. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm not even looking. Take that. No more spelling bees. You can grieve if you want. A rover. Okay. Layer. No, it's not sever. Sewer? There is another E. Okay, it could be something like steer, I guess, or cheer? Good. Connections up next. Blanket. Is there any... Oh, this one doesn't fit. Is that a text size thing? I don't know. I don't think I have my text size on the New York Times turned up very much. I mean, I guess I must. I have it turned up everywhere. But it's just turned up as much as the default. I don't have the New York Times specially increased. Anyway, blanket and heater are things that help you warm up. A scarf keeps you warm? On the other hand, to scarf, to down, and to inhale are to eat something quickly. As is to wolf. So this seems like a very likely group. Yeah, I'll take it. Cadet and general and major are military ranks. I don't think minor really is, though. Broad and sweeping and major. These are like large. Blanket? Yeah, okay. These are wide ranging? No. One away. General, I guess. There is another there. Major didn't really quite fit with all of those, I guess. One more try? There we go. Universal. So cadet kind of has to be part of the wordplay group, I think. 'Cause there's not much it has to do with any of these. Whereas like concentration, I'm not sure. So, sorry. Like a degree and a concentration are like the amount of something in something, right? Police cadet, police station? Space cadet, space station? Space heater? I don't know any of these others as being associated with the word space. Space bar. I do know that. Oh, these are focuses in university. Areas of academic focus, sure. And the newest game, Strands, which I'm still not good at yet. But I don't know, I guess I'm not bad. Fragile, handle with care. This could be like packaging, maybe? We have words like talked here, but I don't know why that would be correct. Smiled. I mean, that could almost be right if it were talking about, like, psychological care. We have words like spade, which I don't think could really be correct. Yeah, that can't be one of them. KED or RED is a plausible ending. Silk? Something you should handle with care. Okay. Trailer? Well, like a moving van? But then we get this section down here, the Hesby, which is just impossible, right? Yeah, I'm not using a hint. Not yet, anyway. Talk. Yeah. Sweat? Okay. That's interesting. What's that all about? Colder? No. Sweat, huh? This H can't have RH, so it has to be approached from the A or the E. And it can't really be the end of the word. So it's either the start of the word or it's vowel H vowel. We could have a word like halted, but yeah. Leave the CNR kind of in danger. I already tried trailer. Trail is just as bad. Mold? Oops. Come on. Why is it so fucking hard to drag? Okay, mold and sweat. What? These are fragile things? Art? A sculpture? Leak. A leaker. Well, now we know there can't be something that goes like this, for example. Because that would cut off... No, I guess there could be. I was thinking that would cut off the spangram, but of course it could go east to west. Sweat and mold. Smile. Yeah. Kohler. Cry. These A's are kind of weird. They obviously can't like connect to each other, so something there have to be several words going through them like this. Obviously not Debco. Silt? Surely not. Did I already try? I know I tried trailer. I think I tried trail. It's just, or I said it's just as bad. Yeah. Halk. Halt. Hmm. Heal. Okay, give me a hint. Heart? Things you can break. The mold, a sweat, your heart. Breakable. Break a record? Silence. A promise. And bread. Alright, I needed one hint. I didn't get it. Mold and sweat, handle with care. Did not get it. Heart, finally, I got the clue. And then, I mean, there were also, having these filled out made this pretty clear. But heart, I don't know, whatever. So, you got me. I finally had to use a clue. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.